Hi guys, Farrell here. You join me down here at Burley Park Golf Club in Stamford, Lincolnshire. Today I'm going to be testing the new Ping G400 driver. So this is Ping's latest driver offering after a very successful year with the G. I've got the standard head here just to test first. So Ping have changed a lot with this driver. It's looking probably the best the Ping driver's ever looked aesthetically. So yeah, they've stuck with their, looking for aerodynamics. So it's a streamlined shape, advances aerodynamics and stability to create our highest levels ever. This is what Ping are saying. Multi-material design, reduces drag. They've got a new forged face, which is certainly making a big difference to the sound in my opinion. And they've got a tungsten weight at the back here, obviously to increase MOI on off-centre hits, reduce the twist of the head. Ping are also saying that they've got a faster, more satisfying sound, which you can certainly hear the difference in a minute when I clip a few away. It doesn't sound like a Ping driver at all. That's always what's put me off Ping drivers a little bit. They sound quite loud and in your face. I think this one sounds fantastic, which you'll see shortly. Sticking with the Dragonfly technology that they had before, and also the turbulators. Turbulators are slightly bigger this time on this club, slightly bolder, but they're not really off-putting. I think they're quite well. They frame the face quite nicely. Still stuck with the Vortex as well for more aerodynamics. But the biggest difference you'll probably see is this new sort of speckled area on the back of the head, which is again to help with aerodynamics, but how much of that will actually make a difference to us, I don't know. But yeah, I think it looks fantastic. It really does look great. On my testing so far, I've only clipped a few away, but it does sound and feels fantastic. Down by the ball, it looks great as well. It's almost sits a little bit open, to be honest, which is, what a better player would often like to see. But yeah, I think this will appeal to a lot of players. They've actually reduced the size of the head in this one now. This is a 445cc, which is, most people are obviously going to as big as possible to increase MOI and, make these drivers as easy to hit as possible. But Ping have obviously found that that's, 15cc is not really affecting the forgiveness level of the driver. They've still got the changeable neck, which I had, so up and down a degree in 0.6. As we know, Ping are obviously probably the best custom fitters in regards to irons in the market. So this year they've added 4 or 5 different shafts that you can have now for a small upcharge. So today I've got the Project X Hazardous 6.0, it's a 76 gram. In my current M2 I've got the Hazardous Black, so it's just almost as close as I can get to compare for me. They've also got the Golf Bride grips now, Tour Velvet 360s. Which is, another little upgrade for them. The Ping grips have, well, whether they're still doing them, I'm sure they probably are, but they've put these on as standard now, which I think sort of increases the value of the club to a certain extent. Let's clip a few away then and see where we get on with the numbers. I've got GC2 here on the floor, and we've got premium Strixon range balls. Let's see how we get on. I've hit that really good. That's as good as I'm going to hit it. That's 277, that one, spinning at 2.8. That's not bad. It's a little heely, that one. We'll have to have a look at that one. Pretty good on the ball flight. So yeah, that 265, spinning at 3.1. I'm quite a high spin player normally, so perhaps this head might not quite be suitable for me to get my best numbers, but it's always good to test. The head really does look good by the ball. I've ripped that one as well. So yeah, 269. So these aren't a million miles away from my numbers with my current M2. I'm normally around that sort of 275 mark. That was a touch heely. That's 272. It's good. It sounds so much better, this club. It really does. I'd happily put this in my bag. That's a bad one. That was very heely. So yeah, that one's dropped there back at 252, spinning at 3.6, but that's more my strike than anything else. To be fair though, the ball speed hasn't actually dropped down a huge amount there, only at 159. Yeah, that was nice. Tiny bit down the right, but drawn back to the middle. 271, spinning at 2.6. And that was a very, very low heely strike. Bit of a pull, that one. So yeah, that one's back at 2.46, which is always my concern with this driver, not being a low spin option. If I'm striking somewhere lower towards the heel on the face, my spin jumps through the roof. It's a nice ball flight again, 265. Couple more then. So I know in these drivers the tall shafts are coming in a little shorter as well, which feels quite nice. Yeah, 262, spin at 2.9 that time. Last one then. It's a tiny bit lower, that one, but that was a bomb. Ball flight. So yeah, it's carrying at 271. So let's have a look at some dry ball data. So ball speed at average of 160. Top there being 162 and the bottom one, 163, sorry, and the bottom one at 158, so that's pretty consistent really. Quite happy with that. I've struck a bit across the face there as well, so it's quite nice to see the ball speeds have stayed up, which is what they're trying to say with their, you know, the technology they put into the driver. Launch is 10.9, so tiny bit low for me, but again the last couple probably a little bit more to my strike, hitting a bit low on the face. Average spin 2.9, so it's a tiny bit high for me. I'm sort of getting my best numbers. I'm more of a 2.5 man. You can see here I've had a couple up at 3.6. Lowest one that being that last one there at 2.4, so that's more where my numbers normally sit. Peak height at 30. However, the first one didn't really pick up on the GC2 there. I'm not quite sure why there. So average carry at 265, so I'm topping out at 277, and the lowest one there at I think 246. So again, that's more my strike than anything else. So yeah, Ping G400 driver, I like it. I will give the LS version a try when I get one. It's certainly something I'd be interested in trying, just to compare it to my current driver, just to see. One thing I haven't mentioned is the cool head cover. So like the boxing glove, it's almost got like a bit of a beak there that makes it a bit easier to get on and off. So it's quite cool, matches in with the colour scheme. The shaft on the stock driver is actually this copper colour that turns black when you turn it upside down, so that's pretty cool as well. So yeah, let me know your thoughts, post your comments down below. Have you tried this driver? Let me know your thoughts on it. Also subscribe to the channel while you're down there. There'll be some regular content now coming in 3 or 4 times a week. There's also links to my social media platforms down there as well, so please give me a follow. Thanks for watching.